biggest competition is TSM, and TSM's biggest competition is us.
If we win, that really solidifies that we are the best team in NA. But if they win, people are going to start questioning which is the best team in NA.
The champion, standing tall to the end. Everyone else is falling, they keep on calling again. Who is the best is a question they keep on asking. I am constantly smashing while I'm giving out thrashing.
To be honest, maybe Immortals thinks about us all the time, but we don't think about them very often at all.
We can prove that Immortals definitely better than TSM.
Having victory against them at Big 9 will like boost our confidence too.
I'm pretty sure we're gonna win this time. This time is for us.
I mean, they want to win super badly because of confidence. We want to win really badly to send a message.
Let's go, 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 let's go.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the North American League Championship Series. Now the final week of the 2016 summer split is upon us, and all 10 LCS teams are back in action this weekend with their final shot at shaking up the league standings. Now, just moments ago, Immortals arrived to the studio, squatted up, and ready to take on TSM. It's their last shot to secure sole possession of first place in today's best-of-3 series. Now, Svenskar and Bjergsen Doublelift making their way to the stage, getting set up. They've played immaculate League of Legends all split, and now they have their sights set on Immortals, defending that top slot that they've held for almost the entire split. Thank you so much for joining us, everyone. I'm James Dash Patterson here this afternoon with Isaac Zale Cummings Bentley to help break down today's matches. So first off, how are we doing this evening?
I'm doing great. It's going to be a clash of titans. I'm pumped.
This is insane. I mean, given the fact that the last time they played was week 2, we've had 7 weeks now to brew over this, and in anticipation of this huge matchup to start off the evening. Now, as we move into week 9, let's preview our standings and check out the playoff picture. Tied atop the standings are 2 teams going head-to-head tonight, Immortals and TSM. Cloud9 is in sole possession of 3rd place. 1 win back and sharing 4th are CLG and Liquid. Team Envy has the last playoff spot for now, but Apex is right on their heels in 7th. And our bottom 3 teams locked out of playoff contention are Phoenix One, Energy, and Echo Fox. Now, for the action in store for us today. Later this evening, Team Envy will look to hold on to that 6th and final playoff seed in their match against a much improved Phoenix One. But first, the most elite teams in the North American LCS face off to establish sole control of first place in our match of the week, Immortals versus TSM. Now, much of the playoff picture has already come into focus, and these teams will be the 1st and 2nd seeds in the playoff and will each have first-round byes. Whoever wins here, though, will most likely end up in that first slot. So maybe more importantly to the players, this is the culmination of the season and perhaps a preview of what could be our upcoming North American finals.
And you spoke about it earlier. These guys already met once in week 2. A long time has passed. And although TSM won, Immortals has been, a team on fire ever since then. They have been building towards this, talking about it the whole split. We have our sights set on TSM. We are the best team, and we are here to prove it.
Yeah, it was just a 2-1 victory last time. So here, another crack at it for Immortals to preview this matchup and determine who might hold an edge. We're going to go through all of this position by position and discuss which player contributes more to their team's chances of success in this matchup. Now, I want to caveat this by saying this is not saying, for example, one player is strictly better than another. Our goal here is to determine how much they might be able to do in service of their team's victory tonight. So this is just giving the edge in this specific matchup. We're going to start in the top lane. Huni versus Hanser. Who are you giving it to?
I think this one is really tight. A lot of people have been giving the edge to Hanser these days, but for me, it's still about Huni. Although he dies more, he has a worse KDA, this guy gets kills. He makes plays. He has over 50 more kills than Hanser, which is ridiculous. He's also putting out around 80 more damage per minute, so he is a high-impact player. He's more dominant in lane, and he is a guy who can be a spark plug for the team and look to get things going.
A crazy clash of playstyles between those 2 guys. Now, of course, we've got to look at the junglers, though, because we talk so often about how the junglers affect the top lane matchup, specifically with Immortals. So Reignover versus Svenskar, who's got the edge here?
This one, I think, is a little bit more clear-cut. Reignover, he's still the king of the jungle. This guy has Svenskeren beat in almost every statistic. The only thing that Svenskeren really has going for him is that first blood participation, where he is a lot more involved. But Reignover, he puts out more damage. He has a better KDA. He's involved in more kills. And this guy just always knows where to be in it. If he wants his team to win, he is going to have to smash Svenskeren in the jungle.
Very much so. And we talk all the time about how he goes to the top lane. He has made some adjustments and headed towards that mid lane, but TSM, no stranger to playing around Bjergsen in the mid lane. Pobelter versus Bjergsen, who are you giving it to?
No kidding. I mean, and this one, a lot of people are going to think it's a lot more clear-cut than it really is. Pobelter is actually ahead of Bjergsen in a number of key categories, including damage per minute. This guy is a very good player and has really come into his own this season. That said, Bjergsen, I still give him the edge. This is a guy who's always playing safe and has, over 40 less deaths than Pobelter this season, while still dominating, especially as far as first blood involvement. It's 33% to 18, almost twice as many first bloods that this guy's involved in. And when he gets ahead, it can be lights out.
I mean, both of these players are having a fantastic split, arguably the 1 and 2 mid laners in the league. Now we jump down to that ADC position. Doublelift and Wild Turtle now on these two rosters, but this is a matchup that we've seen many times before in the NALCS. Who do you think has the edge here?
For me, this is actually one of the biggest discrepancies as far as at least the early game.
Okay.
Laning phase, Doublelift is king. This guy is over 8 CS up on his opponents at 10, whereas Wild Turtle is on average almost a full CS down. That's a huge discrepancy, among the two guys. And although Wild Turtle does participate well in team fights, he puts out the damage, he brings the kills. Doublelift has been a man on fire this season. He is in the talk for MVPs, and I think he has clearly been the better ADC this season.
Now, of course, that's only one half of the bot lane. We got to talk about the supports in Biofrost and Adrian, the guys who are down there with them doing the dirty work in that 2v2. Who's going to help their ADC get ahead in this one?
Yeah, and these guys, their fates are tied with their AD carries, and although a lot of people do really kind of prioritize playmaking, Adrian is a guy who he always is a force multiplier. He's supporting his team. He's playing exactly what they need from him. That being said, I do give the edge to Biofrost. I think he's a playmaker. This is a guy who is explosive. He showed, even in their previous matchup, nailing Bard ults, allowing them to get these plays that can swing the game and take over.
All right, so the rookie's getting a vote of confidence from you, but of course, individual play and skill is one thing. Teamwork, how it all comes together, is another. So what have you seen evidenced in the past 8 weeks from these rosters that's going to make the decision here?
For me, one of the things that Immortals does better than anyone else is play as a team. Whether it's the right call or the wrong call, they are always the first team to rotate. They're always the first team to be there and support each other in these dives. Whether they're a good decision or not,
Yeah.
Sometimes that's a little up in the air. But they are always there first. And even when they are losing in kills, they are the team that is moving around the map, that is making the plays, and always there to back each other up.
Yeah, we do talk all the time about how they're a team that's prone to being overzealous and overreaching, but at least they're doing it as a full 5-man squad. All right, well, we're all tied up in terms of categories here. That takes us to coaching. This is the structure, the support behind the players that allows them to make it all happen. We see them on your screens right now, both of our coaches. Who are you giving it to as the tiebreak in terms of categories?
And I have to give a little caveat here. This is conjecture, right? This is based on my observations, based on the assumptions that I'm making from watching these teams. So it's not all, 100%. But that said, I have to give it to TSM. TSM is a team that has a game plan. They look like they clearly execute their game plan. They play very strong, clean-cut League of Legends. When they get ahead, they close it out. They always seem to have a plan and execute that plan exceptionally well. And because of that, I have to give them the edge.
All right, so the top half of the map owned by Immortals, perhaps the bottom half of the map by TSM. Will teamwork be able to take down TSM? I mean, both squads are
Teamwork
solid.
is OP, just ask Real.
Exactly, yeah, right. That's very true. All right, well, Azael has given a slight edge to TSM today, but Immortals have been anticipating this matchup all split and are ready to leave it all in the Rift.
TSM against IMT, I think it's gonna be one of the biggest match in the LCS right now. Like, we're even waiting for that match, waiting for revenge.
One, two, three, Immortals!
Going on the Spring Split semifinal, every one of our team, every coaching staff, players, we actually had so much confidence that we're gonna win against TSM because we played them at Week 9 on the Spring Split. it seems like they didn't know what's going on. You know, they were not doing anything, and even though we make a lot of mistakes, we have still like win like convincingly. You know,
We were disrespectful enemy team a lot. At the same time, like we were too cocky. I think that's why we actually dropped the semi.
They pick up the last few kills, they take down the Nexus, and TSM are heading to the finals.
Can you believe it? On the back of a 3-0, no one was saying that TSM would win this, let alone in a clean sweep over Immortals, who were 17-1.
playing third and fourth match on the final stages was suck for us. Like War Turtle, he have never been not on final since his career started, and then it's his first time not being on final. And when we have like the best record win rate on any LCS, so like everything was like really sad at that point. So like us going on summer split, we really don't want to be in that position again.
Let's play some League of Legends. It's TSM versus Immortals.
We definitely knew that TSM was a really strong team, and then they have improved so much, and now they're actually like maybe one of the best team in the world right now.
Reignover, oh, the slows. There's a lot of them. TSM, I think they found a catch. Reignover.
Here comes Pobelter,
Very
though.
tanky though, but Pobelter looking to blow people up. Bjergsen with another kill. Tempest Fate on the 2. Hoonie diving back in, but the damage is massive. TSM.
Disaster for Immortals.
Adrian Hoonie, can you make a miracle happen? Double him, kiting around the Nexus. Hoonie trying to take him out. Zillion ulti there, and
That's
TSM, they'll take this series.
Immortals will take the Baron, but TSM will take the game.
Even though we lost against TSM, but it was like not like we got super stunned or we just lost because we did our mistake, and then we can actually improve on what did we wrong, and then we figure out like fix our mistake.
We just learned a lot from that match, and then we're just putting extra effort to improve as a team. At Spring Split, we were really unique because we were the actually only team playing really aggressive since early game to late game, or like people can say disrespectfully aggressive. But like now we're trying to play like more coordinated, even though we kind of dropped our character of Spring Split Immortals. I think we are like improving on other side too, so I think we're just like being a better team right now. Hold it back, just back. Push later, take Drake. Take enemy blue maybe, 10 seconds.
Too low. Maybe I can.
When GP is 6, maybe you can look for play. Because we're stronger.
We'll have TP advantage in 50 seconds.
Okay, I have Tormel in base.
Guys,
I'm moving mid.
Guys, I'm 5 level ahead, okay? Just chill.
Okay. We're just trying to like figure out what's the best way to win against TSM and what's the weakness of TSM. We really want to play final at final stage, so we're gonna work as hard as we can, charge more than Spring Split, and then we're gonna make sure that we're not gonna repeat the same mistake.
A humbled Hoonie and Reignover. It's been such an interesting journey for this squad that was so dominant in the spring split, and still, to be honest, remains dominant in the summer split. And I think that's what's crazy about it, is the run by TSM, the run that TSM has put together is so tremendous, it's overshadowing the fact that Immortals has also only dropped one match, and that's to TSM. They are really good.
And the fact of the matter is, if they take this series, they were 17-1 last split, they could end this split with only one loss potentially. So this is a team that is looking to repeat. They learned from their mistakes in the past, and they have built towards this goal. We'll see if they can pull it off.
Very much so. It's without a doubt that both teams are super motivated for this game. Once again, we are going to be firing up NALCS 2 for some alt-stream action to accompany this matchup. Now, as Freak is joined by Cop and Bunny Fufu to zoom in on the bottom lane matchup for some high-level duo lane discussion. Now, as we jump into game, if you want to listen in on the insight these bot lane specialists bring, click on over to NALCS 2. Now, though, it is time to head to our match of the week, so call your friends and get the popcorn. Immortals versus TSM starts right now.